Hey everyone, Tim with Collect Jurassic, and I'm here with something really cool, and you can see my camera is zoomed in a little bit more than usual. I'm looking at these Jurassic World Rebirth micro adventure playsets, and they are incredibly tiny, like very tiny. These figures are so small. I need to get the camera zoomed in so we can look at them. So a little bit different setup today, but I am so excited about these. I love this stuff. You know, when I was a kid in the 90s, they had like the Godzilla play sets like this. They had Mighty Max, a whole style. And Jurassic has done it here and there a few times, but I don't think they've done it quite as cool as this. And I'm excited because there's two different sets to look at, Spinosaurus and Tyrannosaurus Rex. Of course, it's cool that they're the dinosaur heads from the movie, right? That's awesome. But also, there's scenes inside. There's scenes from the movie to recreate, scenes that I don't even know about because I haven't seen the movie as of this video. But it's cool to think and sort of, use your imagination to see what movie scenes these playsets could be covering. And maybe it's just a fun toy. Maybe it has nothing to do with the movie, but I actually think these are probably mostly based on movie scenes. So that's what makes these playsets extra cool on top of being tiny and different. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Again, this is Micro Adventures. This is all new for Jurassic World Rebirth. We've never had this before. There's been mini lines, of course, but there's never been something with little tiny play sets at this tiny scale. Again, we've had like Matchbox, we've had mini, but nothing like this. Let's go ahead and open this one up. We kind of already looked at the box. You get the idea of it. It's pretty cool. Both boxes show the dinosaur nice and clear, the figures inside, and you kind of get a little bit of a peek of the environment that's going to be inside this. But you really have to obviously get it out to really see. So let's go ahead and unbox this. I'm a little unsure what could be inside because I have not opened one of these before. Maybe it'll be a pretty easy experience. Maybe it won't. But it looks like the box, I'm going to kind of mangle this box. Yeah, looks like the box is mostly just an empty box, and the bottom of it anyway is just an empty part. There's not like more accessories in there or anything like that. Yeah, this is going to be a tricky one to... Oh, sorry. This is going to be a tricky one to get out without mangling the box, I should say. Every toy is easy to get out, depending on how much you can destroy the box. All right, there you go. That's the that's the box. I feel like I should keep the box, though, so I can remember all the different features this has. All right, and then we can just pop this out. Looks like this plastic's coming out of there. And then we pop the playset out, and then all the figures just tumble. Oh, and then the playset closed. So there you go. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh my gosh, they're so tiny. I love them. Oh man, this is doing it for me for sure. All right, let's go ahead. Where do we want to start? Let's look at these figures. These figures are incredible. They are so tiny. Again, I'm so glad I got my is my camera good to zoom in for us? Maybe a little bit. But you can see here just how tiny this guy is. He's very tiny. He's also very soft rubber, which I feel is nice for not having to worry about him breaking or getting like paint messed up. He's very soft and rubbery. I'm afraid that my camera will not zoom in on the macro detail, but you can hopefully get an idea in the 4K just by zooming in there how much detail's on this thing. So that's the Quetzalcoatlus that comes with this. There's also the Ankylosaurus here. I wonder if I can actually do like a... Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, okay. You can get a little macro view of my thumb, sorry. But you can see this Ankylosaurus in full detail now. This is what I need to do. So yeah, we get an Ankylosaurus here. I think this is like low-key confirming that there's a... You can see all the dinosaurs now. This is low-key confirming that there is an Ankylosaurus somewhere in Rebirth. There's the Quetzalcoatlus. You can get a better view. Yeah, I mean, look, it looks just like the toy. They somehow captured the detail of the beak, even at this tiny scale. Oh my gosh, so tiny. Ankylosaurus, Quetzal. And then, of course, we have the T-Rex in this awesome roaring pose. The detail definitely looks a little soft, this zoomed in, but you can tell it's a Jurassic Rex. Also worth noting, these all have like a clear stand, and then they all have paint. So those are the figures. Let me see if I can zoom back out. Hey, that's pretty handy though, that I can just, at any given time, we can do that. I like that. But yeah, the figures are really cool, really tiny. Let's figure out what's inside though. So here you have the T-Rex head, nice big yellow painted eye. Definitely cartoony, you know, extra wide to fit this playset, but at least it's, you know, reminiscent of a Jurassic Rex. And then it's got these cool teeth that are rubber teeth that you can interlock from top to bottom. But yeah, the rubber teeth, that's cool. Then we open this thing up and we get to see what's inside. It looks like it's a, oh, this is so cool. There's like waterfalls. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is cool. Look, there's like a whole thing of waterfalls back here. Oh man, this is awesome. All these cascading. It looks like they can move up and down, so you could like put figures behind them. But I don't think, I think you'd want them down like this for the look of it. So there's the cascading waterfalls. And then down here at the bottom, oh, and I guess this maybe, does this have like a, oh no, it just kind of like flows into the water here. You can see there's translucent plastic down here. Love that. You can see there's like this dinosaur. How do we move this guy? Does he just move with our finger maybe? I'm trying to read the box I mangled here. It just says swimming Parasaurolophus. And then they just have it moving. So maybe you just move it with your finger maybe. But yeah, that's what this is right here. If you can see, sorry, this is kind of hard. That's the Parasaurolophus swimming. It just kind of moves around with your fingers. You can't really like, there's no like lever or anything manipulating it, but that's cool that you can move it around. And then there is, oh, this must be the raptor that pops out of the ground. Okay, so that's the swimming Parasaurolophus down here. Sorry, this is tricky to film at this scale because it's so tiny. But you can see him down there in the water. That's cool. So he swims around, and then you have this huge Triceratops skeleton down here. Really nice sculpt on the Triceratops skull, though. I mean, look at that. That thing looks here. Let me see if I can zoom in again. Really nice. I like the broken tusks, too, or the broken horns. Well, we got the zoom function out. Why don't we take a look at that para again so everyone can see? There it is. Definitely doesn't have much of a like a back parasaur, well, not horn, but whatever you call that structure, doesn't have much of that. But that also could just be, it's a tiny little piece of plastic. They can't quite make it so small. This is some sort of cage, yeah. So you can see you can like trap things in this. I don't know, again, if that's a scene from the movie, but they do make a point of this being a trap, a cage trap, what do they say? Dinosaur bone cage. And then the last thing they have here is this strange little trap door thing here, which, yeah, when you, let me see if I can get a good camera angle on this. It's got a little hole, a peg here, which I think is meant to put a dinosaur on, maybe. I mean, all of these things have like holes on them. I don't know, does this go on here? Yeah, so you can kind of put the dinosaur in the scene on the peg, and then when you move it back, this raptor pops up. I don't know if you caught that. Or if I can, the whole giant head of this is in the way. There's the raptor. There he is. So he's got cool detail on him too. Let me see if I can get in there even closer for you guys. Oh, that looks cool. Look at that thing. All right, so let's pop him down. Boop. And then when you activate that trapdoor, he goes, comes out. That looks like a Jurassic raptor to me. Almost looks like an attack pack raptor. That's cool how it comes in and out. So I don't know if that's a scene from the movie, but we definitely have a trapdoor raptor happening here. Let's zoom back out again. So yeah, I mean, I feel like, and you know, if you look at the back of the box, they have a couple, oh, there is pegs up here. So there's all these little pegs up here where you can put dinosaurs. So I can put the Ankylosaurus up here by the waterfall. We'll have him coming out of the waterfall, kind of like the box. There's a little peg that he goes on there. So he's coming out of the waterfall like the box. The Quets can actually go up here on the, up here. See if we can get Quets up there. Oh yeah. His wing kind of gets crushed when you put him up there like that though. But I think that's where he would go. There's Quets up there. And then of course we have Rex down here, which we know in the movie's sort of by the water, right? So we can put him right here by this trap door. And yeah, there's our whole setup. It looks very much like the box. You know, you got everything They got they put the T-Rex somewhere different. But anyway, I put everything on a peg, which is fun. I love it's got all these different play areas. And then you can collapse the whole thing down. But, I mean, this is a fabulous toy. Oh, man, I love this. I'll close it again later once we get the Spinosaurus out. But this is so cool. Super, super fun. I do think it's a little overpriced for what it is. Got this at Target for about 20 bucks. This is a $10 to $15 toy, I think, but times are changing. I do appreciate all the cool translucent plastic, the little tiny figures, the amount of detail. Again, it looks incredible. It looks cool, so I'm not gonna knock it for. It definitely looks cool. It's just, again, a little pricey for what it is, but let's go ahead and take a look at the Spinosaurus. Maybe it'll be even better. I sure hope so. You can see in the box here a little preview. There's a Mosasaurus inside, which is cool. And a Spinosaurus little figure. Another Mosasaurus figure. Oh, man. I'm excited about this one, too. On the back, a preview of the scenes again, of course. I also show the T-Rex is available. I know there's a third set that's a Mosasaurus head that I think is a bigger figure, higher price point. But that one has a D-Rex in it, and I take it won't be out until later just because of the D-Rex. But man, I'm excited to get that one now that I've seen how cool this T-Rex is, and I imagine that this Spinosaurus is going to be just as cool. All right, we'll go ahead. I think I know how to take these apart now. It's actually pretty simple. It's just like an action figure with the blister that pops off. So all the little figures fly out, all three of them, and then the Spinosaurus head itself. So, go ahead and put... It's kind of funny from the front, doesn't he? This is the Spinosaurus head. Again, sort of stylized and extra wide, but certainly a Spinosaurus. You have that little notch in the jaw there. I like the little splatter around the eye. That looks really cool. Yeah, and then same thing with the rubber teeth that let this, not painted teeth, keeps the whole thing durable. I think this is cast in this color plastic too, so pretty durable. This shouldn't take a lot. This should take a beating, throwing it around in your backpack or whatever, and not get all marked up. Am I admitting to taking this in my backpack? I don't know. We'll see. This is such a cool set. Maybe I will. But let's go ahead and open it up. Unlike the Rex here that opens up like a back part and a bottom part, this opens up sort of completely wide, like an entire wide scene. So we'll see how much of a challenge this is going to be to review here, but we'll go ahead and pop up this piece. It looks like it just pops up, if I'm looking at the box correctly. Just pops up like that. And what else? And I mean, I really think that's it. And now we get to see all the different play areas here. So first one is this, let's see, is there like buttons here that make this work? Swimming Spinosaurus. It looks like these ones it's just a fin that you push in the water. But it definitely looks convincing, like so you can see it swimming. This one though is an actual Mosa, but I don't know how to get him to pop out of here. They don't really have they just say swimming. Is there instructions here on how I make this guy go? He looks like he's on a track too. Maybe I'll just try to wiggle him. Maybe he'll just... Oh yeah, I think he just there you go. There's no button. He just pops up. So he's on this cool little track here where he's underwater. See how he's underwater? And then he shoots up out of here and breaks the water. And let's get a close-up of him. Yeah, so he's got really cool detail. It's definitely a soft detail again at this scale, but you can see the other fin over here. You can really get an appreciation of the different fin patterns in this toy. I wonder if it's going to be like that in a movie. We'll see. And honestly, if I get the third Spinosaurus in here, there's 3 fin patterns even. But we'll get to the figures here in a second. I'm too excited about the playset. But that's cool. I love the Spinosaurus is rushing the beach. Again, spoiler maybe? Is that going to happen in the movie? They're going to be swimming out of the water. That sounds awesome. So if that's the case, I'm here for it. But yeah, got this nice little cool swimming feature where they just crash out of the beach ready to eat. And then on the other side, you have like this interesting cave that you go into. There's like leaves hanging down, and then you get to this watery area, and then at the bottom is a giant Mosasaurus ready to eat. There it is. Just its mouth is open. So I don't know, kind of a funny thing. It's like a chamber to feed the Spinosaurus. I love how it's got. Let me see if I can get a close up of its eyes. Ooh, too close. It has like this really interesting tone on tone iris effect that the other toys don't have, and it almost looks like yellow, but it's kind of a tone on tone thing. Interesting, but it definitely looks like the other toys, and the mouth just kind of opens and closes. What's funny though is that this set, getting to the minifigures, actually comes with a miniature Mosasaurus. I don't know if it's meant to be just. Yep, gotta do that zoom in. I don't know if this is meant to be just the one you play with, or there's like a baby Mosasaur, but look how tiny it is. I mean, this thing is miniature. It's like, I'm gonna lose it. So that's the Mosasaurus that comes with it. You can see it's got the stripes on the back. And then this is the Spinosaurus I showed earlier. Really cool, got that clear base on it. And it's got a different colored sail. So he'll go with the other Spinosauruses, but I love that detail. Looks really cool. And then where's the third figure? This one's the weird one that no one can figure out what it is. It's like a person running, I think. You see, it's like somebody running. They have a really weird pose. Looks like they're on a bunch of rocks, or they're holding something, or maybe they're just running up. Maybe they're running in a cloud. I don't know. It's definitely someone running. I can't tell who it's supposed to be. If it's supposed to be, I don't know, Duncan Kincaid maybe. I don't know. I don't know who it's. Doesn't look like Zora Bennett, but I don't know. The box doesn't say who it is either. It doesn't say anything. So anyway, it comes with this human, interesting one color human. Obviously, this human is not to scale with any of this stuff, which, you know, I'm not surprised. That stuff kind of goes out the window for these mini sets. But let's go ahead and set this one up all the same. We're going to put the Spinosaurus figure here on the beach. There's a little pig for that. So all the Spinosauruses can be right there. All three of them, which is cool. And then over here, I mean, I guess, how many more pigs we got? We got a pig right here, which I feel like this human guy goes on, because that's what he's on in the box. So I don't know. He's running into this cave, into the mouth of the Mosasaur. Doesn't seem like a good idea, but maybe the movie will explain what that is. But then I got this little guy. I don't know. What should we do with the Mosa? Oh, is there a pig over here in the ocean? No, they have him in the ocean on the box, but there is no spot for him per se, so he'll just have to hang out up here. But you can see him hunting with the three Spinos, and then over here you have this guy running into the jaws of the Mosasaurus. But cool how it's a wide play set versus, again, this like up and down T-Rex set. Overall though, I'm thrilled with these. Again, I think the price point is a little high, but I love the little tiny figures. I love all the, again, translucent plastic. Love that. The waterfalls are just incredible. I will say the T-Rex one feels a little more fun. I feel like the Spinosaurus beach scene's cool here, but I don't even know what's going on here. Maybe when I see the movie, I'll understand it more, but it kind of just seems like a waste of the part of the playset they could have made a little more interesting. But again, I love the T-Rex anyway. And what's awesome about these is that, let's get one good last look at these awesome playsets. But, you can pop the figures out or pop the figures in, I think. But either way, you can put these in and take them to go for later, I think. Maybe if we put the figures in these back caves. Yeah, if we put the figures in the back caves, that'll be all you need to do. So put them back there and then shut it, and it's ready to go. It shuts really nicely. It doesn't just shake loose. I assume we can do the same thing here. If we put the pieces back down, it should get pretty flat. We'll see. We'll go ahead and put these guys here and see if that closes. Put them right there, and then no, it doesn't want to close. Yeah, see, this one doesn't have as much room. Maybe if I put this guy back down, how it was when we opened it. The Spinosaurus was back here, and that closes a little better, maybe. I don't know. Might be better just to take the figures out. And I'm worried I can't even get it closed with the figures. Oh, no. It doesn't close. Oh, yeah, it closes. There's a clasp. So now it's closed. You can't... yeah, once it clasps. It doesn't clasp as, like, good as the T-Rex, I feel like. There you go. Oh, no. So there's a little plastic tab here that's meant to catch the top of the jaw. I think it just works better on the Rex. It doesn't work as good on my Spino anyway, but I do think I could actually squeeze these figures in, and this thing would close now that I realized what the clasping. Yep. So I can just close this, and these two are ready to go. That's cool how they just completely fold up. And you can take them on the go. Again, there's a Mosasaurus one coming out, which will be super fun because it's the D-Rex scene. There's other stuff in there. Very excited. I think there's other figures in there. I think there's more Quetzalcoatlus. So I'll be excited to get that. And honestly, I hope they do more of these. And, you know, in my wildest dreams, they would do Jurassic Park and Lost World versions, you know, scenes in this style too. That would be the coolest thing ever, I think, if they did that. But I'll take these Rebirth ones for now. Again, this is an all new assortment for them, so I hope that it does well enough that people get after it. I hope that, you know, this review, if you're on the fence, convinced you that this is definitely worth checking out. If it's something, the kind of toys you like, miniature toys, miniature play sets, you know, this is definitely, if you like that kind of stuff, you're going to be happy with what you get here because they're just so cool and so tiny. But that's, I think, all I got to say about these incredible sets. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around and watching me get excited about these for so long. They're just so cool. I love them. I hope you like them too. But again, I'm Tim Collect Jurassic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.